Good evening, guys, and welcome along to Sportscast Northeast Sports, and welcome along to another live stream. I hope everyone's had a lovely Christmas. Obviously New Year's Eve tomorrow night. Last one. And welcome along. Oh,
Playback voice of you.
We have an echo in the background of Brad.
Oh, go ahead,
okay?
First of all, I want to say, before we start, Brad, anything, big shout out to all of our followers who came on today. We're going to have a good turnout. So please, if you haven't joined and you haven't liked and subscribed, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Before we start, we'll be covering a lot of stuff. There's more announcements to be announced later on, alongside transfer deals. But anyways, getting going, we're talking about Leeds United game. Brad, what's your verdict on the game?
To be honest, I thought it was a game of two halves. To be honest, I thought we started
well,
to break
of course,
the
it's 45 minutes each half.
Yeah?
It's 45 minutes each half.
I know that. Game of two halves. I thought Sunderland had the first half quite well, and I thought Leeds grew into it after the half-time whistle went. Obviously, going into the second half, I thought Leeds were a totally different team.
So I think it's going to be different. I think Leeds really had the control of the game, the full game.
You reckon?
I reckon. I've got to argue that point against you, like. So,
to be honest,
what did we do right? What did we do right then against Leeds?
What did we do right against Leeds? Well, obviously score past them. I know that's what we did do right, but obviously maintaining our draws again. Obviously drawing against Brighton last week and drawing against Leeds this week. Do you think we need to try and start winning games again and picking up 3 points quite a lot of the time?
Brad, it's a side point where we're coming in January now with a lot of players that have AFCON. We've got a big absence, a big void missing. You see that on the team playing against Leeds. You see it against Brighton. Brighton was a good game, though, where we outshone them. This game was very leggy, very lethargic. There's pros and cons from this game. The only pro I see is that Dingra played really well. But apart from that, everyone really should have done different stuff.
You guys made me jump. I was watching TikTok. Next time, let me know when you're starting.
I did notify you saying I was starting at 7. But yeah, so Dingra had a good game, Brad. That's a player that you've been talking about non-stop and getting on your nerves about.
Yeah.
So what do you think about what do you think Dingra done well against Leeds United?
To be honest, I thought the pace. I thought you had really, really brilliant pace against Leeds. Obviously, my dad even said that the first half. Trying to get up the pitch and obviously trying to do things and obviously make things happen. And to be honest, he did that. Obviously, I think it was just before half time that ball what he had and he crossed it into the box for Brobby, and obviously he nearly missed it. Obviously he missed it, but obviously he could have scored and made it 2-0. So that assist would have been a drinker. Obviously, if he did score as well.
Obviously, so Brobby said I missed a Dingra's well taken goal. What do you think about that goal Dingra took then? Because what he done a little chop motion and he played that ball with his right foot, guided it perfectly. What was your reaction in the ground at the time when that happened?
Well, to be honest, it was on the opposite side to where I was on the rotor end. Obviously, it happened in the north stand.
You would have seen it still, you know what I mean? You would have seen the goal. It was a lovely taken goal.
I still kind of seen it, but what I did was after I watched it back on the highlights, and I swear the hell down, that was an amazing goal. Obviously, obviously as well, Xhaka assisting that again, absolutely brilliant ball through by Xhaka. Obviously for a dringer to get on the end of that. And
I think Dingra stood out really well, but the player who really shocked me the most was Xhaka, where his passing was not as effective that game, and he looked like he lost control of the game a bit. He was looking off.
He was,
some players who've done really well. So, hello, Paul William Wilson.
Hello, Paul. You're right, Paul.
How is our lovely egg? And guys, if you're in the comments, if you've seen the game, don't be afraid to talk about the game, guys. Also, if you have anything that you want to share, don't be afraid. We're here to listen. We're not here to judge. We're not Newcastle fans. We're Sunderland. We respect opinions.
Yeah, we respect everyone's.
But obviously, as well, So Shaka had the downfall of the game. Anyone else who you thought was a bit rubbish or who shouldn't have played?
Oof. I thought Cirkin was a bit dodgy. Like, I know it was his first Premier League game. Obviously, I can't criticise that because it was.
Can I correct you something? This is Cirkin's first game since before the playoffs in the Championship last season, back in May, June time. No, about just before May, about March time. So he's been out for nearly most of the year, almost like 6 months out.
Half a
7
year.
months out. Do you think that's the problem that we shouldn't have done? I think it was the biggest mistake that we've done. We shouldn't have played him.
To be honest, right, what we should have done is we could have started. I think, right, this is what the lineup should have been. I think Ruth should have been in goal. This is what we're going to do. We'll go back on the lineup and then we're going to talk about it. So I think Ruth should have been in goal, obviously. I think Alderete and Mukele.
I think it should have been Gertruda. Gertruda should have been at the centre half.
I was going to say Gertruda right back and Hume left back.
Actually, I wouldn't put Gertruda right back. I'll put Mukele because he's good at pushing forward.
Or whatever way you want to do it then. If Gertruda wants to go centre back, Mukele goes right back, Hume goes left back. Obviously in the middle of the park.
That's where our defensive errors was wrong. Because Sergio was getting beaten races, getting beaten duels. Then that affected the midfield. He ended up having to backtrack loads and defend instead of pushing forward. And that's where we looked against the back foot. Which, ideally, what we shouldn't do against a team who just came up with us.
Wait a second, is that my football top league?
No, it's not. It's Enzo Lafayette's top. Enzo Lafayette. Boom. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, get yourself Sunday match. Because guess what? If you support your club, the money goes towards the thing.
Like I put in the Facebook chat, would be nice if the fans stayed to support the lads and not leave.
Yes, agree.
I'm going
to put my name. Never mind, I'll find it.
It is by says Shannon.
No. It was £100 that top.
But yeah, let's go back to this comment. Yeah. To be honest, I'd put my hands up. I am one of them, but I have a reason why. Rest of them probably don't have a reason why.
Well, that's why I'm going to be saying there's an announcement to be made, which is going to be statemented not next week, but the week after about season ticket holders. People not staying till the end, what might happen to season cards.
Yeah, people should stay until the end, obviously, unless you have mobility issues or stuff like that. Which, to be honest, I guess I do, because obviously I'm one. So,
like what Paul said, it affects the players. Like, and you've seen it against Leeds. It wasn't the fact of anything else. So we were 1-0 up, and some of our fans were probably a bit too complacent. When you know what, 1-0 something, it's not going to stay like that. We're just going to part of us. Let's just go home or go in the pub. That's not how it goes.
Aye, boss man, Brad. Hey, Carl, you alright? Fake fans if they leave early.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. This, right, back in the day, right. Before Brad started sponsoring them, before Paul started sponsoring them, back before Michael Bounce even existed on YouTube, back before Michael Bounce even existed completely, before I was born, if you were a Sunderland season ticket holder, you were dying to go to the games. You would never leave. That was your second home. You didn't want to leave. Regardless, winning or losing, you would stay till the end. And regardless where you travelled from, you made sure that you got your money worth. That's what it used to be. And it affects the club in so many ways, profitability-wise, and also so it affects the players. That's what I have to say about that. And then you see Leeds fans, they were out singing us all the way throughout the game. What the hell were they?
I fucking heard them. That's how fucking it was. I could actually hear their fans.
Can I say one thing? I couldn't watch the game. I was at work. But I heard it on the radio. You know, like here was Leeds fans saying, if you hear Sunderland, clap your hands. Stuff like that. Leeds is one of our biggest competitor rivals. Not local rival, competitor rival. By history and everything. The Screws everything from 73, they thought that they were the best thing ever since sliced bread. So really that shouldn't have happened. So again, where it goes wrong? Is it the players on the pitch that game? Was it the fans? Was it the rotation? Everything completely messed up that game. It's okay to have off days though. I perfectly agree. But I'd rather had that off game against Man City and not
Yeah,
Leeds.
100%. Yeah,
But speaking about the weekend just gone as well, away from the Leeds game, we saw Newcastle take another, blow where they dropped down to 14th now.
yeah,
Thanks so much for getting beat by Leeds. Helped us to get favour to see Newcastle drop down the division a bit further down now. They're dropping. It looks like Newcastle might be in a predicament where they're going to get out. But Brad, this league is so tight. Are you worried in case Sunderland starts slumping?
to be honest, I think we'll be okay, but I am a bit worried at the same time. That's what I've got. Obviously, players at AFCON, obviously, like you mentioned before, you've got how many players out? 7 key players out, 6 key players out, something like that. You've got them out. You've got Diarra, you've got Siddiqui, you've got the likes of all them, as you know. So,
The thing is, Brad, these players, the players that were playing, some of them got promoted with us and they've done really well, so why they're not trying? Our biggest blow was before the game when we found out that Dan Ballard couldn't play.
yeah.
Which I got 3 hours before kick-off the confirmed lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So again, do you think that's an era where we'll go hang on what's going on in training, why is players getting injured in training? They'll go nice suspension, stuff like that. Like a game from this at Leeds. This is our final. That was our final game of the year. Final game of the year before we played Man City on the first. We should have been leaving that year on a high to go to City. So let City come to us. Well, we don't care if we lose our first game because we ended on a high. We're currently sitting in inside the top 10 still, bravely, and we are very, very executing everything well. But again, it's like I said, it's down to them fans.
It is.
Like I've been the games where I've heard it, and if I'm because I'm going to City game, Brad, on Thursday.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah.
Oh, are you going as well?
I am, indeed.
Also, which notifying beforehand. If you're traveling there, guys, please make sure you get there safe. There's no public transport. You're driving, so don't drink drive. Whatever you do.
I've been to quite a few games this season, and to be honest, I'm enjoying it.
You've been to a handful, I tell you that.
Quite enjoying that. Quite enjoying being in the Premier League and quite enjoying Premier League football, to be honest with you.
Again, right. I'm going to say this. It was mentioned on some channels now where you say Sunderland versus Newcastle fixture has been long missed. This whole Sunderland versus Leeds has been long missed in the Premier League for a long time. Do you think that ideally is rightfully agreed? Especially when you play Leeds.
I think, to be honest, it is kind of agreeable. It is. It is, to be honest.
So it's now they're just saying where we're going from there, how we're pushing forward. Yeah. So we mentioned about what we did well. Brad, what, in your opinion, because you're at the game, again, I'm on the radio, I want to get you so much. There's very biased on the radio as well, a lot of the time. So tell me, in your opinion, of turn of events of that game, what highlighted you the most? What was your big key highlights of the game?
To be honest, obviously that goal by Odinga, and obviously quite liked it when we took it, but as well, what impressed me the most was obviously the wee was coming down the left-hand side quite a lot, and to be honest, Serkin pushed up quite a lot in that game, which I wasn't impressed about whatsoever. I know, obviously, like I've mentioned before, it's his first game back, and I'm not going to criticise the lad. I'm not, but if you
look at Ronaldo does the same, so why can't Serkin not do it?
I get what you mean, but he lost when he went the other way. You know, towards where you normally goes, he pushed that way, and there was no one free on the left hand side. The Drinker had to push right back, and obviously that's how Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored.
And again, we're going to go to the Dominic Calvert-Lewin goal. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has set a record for Leeds, first time within 30, 40 years, where he scored in consecutive 6 games, and he has scored now 8 games in 7. 8 goals in 7 games. That's a hell of a record for a striker. Do you think Sunderland missed out on Calvert-Lewin when we were after him in the transfer window then?
To be honest, weren't we actually targeting him at one point in the transfer window?
We were looking at him, but he declined us to go to Leeds because he wants to be in Yorkshire. Close to home for him because he is a Sheffield lad.
Well, to be honest, I thought Dominic Calvert-Lewin would have been like quite a good player for us. To be honest, like people might go, no, Calvert-Lewin's not good enough. Look what he did at Everton, stuff like that. But who knows?
And
It's
you
beautiful.
stepping off form before you joined Leeds. You were stepping off form. So we have a right to say, no, we don't want that. We want to be aiming to see the Premier League. Even West Ham said no to him. Then he's went to Leeds. And look what he's doing. He's flying it with the Red Bull sponsor on his chest. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's doing really well. But
do you think it was Everton or what let him down quite a lot? Do you think it was the club what let him down? Do you think he just wanted a new start somewhere else?
I think Everton really misused him because they were started. They thought Calvert-Lewin was a regress because he was taking a lot of injuries. But when you injure a lot, you have to have that right rehabilitation all the time. When he got that, he done well. Hillary's Persian, by the way.
Hello,
Hello, kiddo. But obviously, when you got someone like that coming back, you need to see the longevity of the injury, take severity of it, and let him rehab, rehabilitate it. Let him do the right strength and conditioning on the injury. Yeah. Let him treat it. And that's what he's done at Everton a lot. He didn't want to play because he didn't want to hurt himself even more. And he's at Leeds where Leeds will use him correctly. And I think if he went to Sunderland, we would do the same as Everton. We would completely misuse him. We'll play him every week if he's scoring goals like that. Look at how Leeds played up against us. They played 2 attackers against us. Do you think that's something that we need to do now then? Because obviously Leeds at one point played one up top and they were really struggling.
Well, you said this a few times, didn't you? Play 4-4-2. You've mentioned this a few times in the stream.
The thing is, it's the most Sean Dyche tactic ever, but it works. It really does. And if you said anything else, it worked in the playoffs. It worked in the build of the playoffs. Like, we excel at different formations. Register Bristol even said he's open to doing a 4-4-2, so when's he going to do it? Because obviously our strikers is not getting the service that they need. They really
I know, like, people are saying, what do we need in the January transfer window? People are saying a quality striker with how much? 60, 70 million?
I agree to that. I agree to that. When you're watching the Leeds game, we have nothing exciting up top. But also, though, to get something exciting up top, you need to get the service right as well. And the passes just
That's what I'm saying. It's to lack of service our strikers are getting to obviously try and score.
You look at the strikers like Isidore and Robbie. Them are the goal scorers, right? At the start of the season, Isidore's flying it. Look at him now. He's not even in the game at times. You've got Robbie. He's trying. He's got brilliant hold-up, but he needs someone else to work off him. He's a hold-up centre forward. He's not a target.
What's this about? That's why Reggie says there's a striker coming in with Mienda's leaving.
Yeah, Mienda's might be going out on loan. Me and Paul discuss that quite often about it. It's quite
loan move.
Yeah, like a loan move. It would be a loan move, not permanent. But it might be a loan to a buy. Maybe it depends on the scenario what he does. But it will be to an EFL Championship club confirmed. We won't be going to Scotland to Hibs again or like that. He's getting interest from Leicester, Brad. He's getting interest from Leicester. I think he might suit the Leicester setup, and I also think he might suit someone like, someone a bit more up there competing. So he's a guy who wants to be competing. Like Ipswich or Leicester. Well, Ipswich is mid-table at the minute. I will not let him go there. You want him to go somewhere where
I dropped.
And he goes Stoke. I think Stoke would be a brilliant destination for him. And Stoke's the team wants a striker on loan. And for a talisman as well, someone who's quick. Because what they thrive is on speed and accuracy and getting the ball behind the man. That's what Mienda's brilliant at doing. And that's what Isidore does as well, but we have got so much of a different approach. That's where when we look at the strikers, like when we come against Leeds and teams like that, we need an out-and-out striker. You look at our next opponent, City. They were so attacking on that wings, which made them look so direct and scary. Feel like what we are. But then number 9 was an issue with Gabriel Jesus, only 5'10". It's a height which kills us in the box as well. And I'm told about transfer stuff in a bit about it, but this is where we see what's our problem is in the game. So it's a new energy, guys. We need new energy. We need someone electric when Siddiqui's not there in the Diarra maybe, because Again, Diarra is a cracking player, but look at the start of the season, he got injured.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's also a whole complete difference.
Right.
So again, you mentioned about obviously what. So you're in the game, you're seeing everything, Brad. You see the goal. That was a good part. What's the worst part of the point of the game where you saw? Because obviously on the radio you hear so much. I've only get seen stuff on Match of the Day and on stuff like that when I am working. But what was the worst part of the game? Because they don't show them on telly. Do you think what do you think went wrong? Do you think it was like a communication maybe?
Mm-hmm. Like I mentioned before, obviously, totally. I thought there was a lack of communication between the players. What happened at the weekend? Like,
yeah, communication is a big factor in our club. 100%. Where we've done really well of, and you see it lacking. And I don't know if it's because of the players. That's why you said about the recruit. Well, that's why I'm going to mention later about transfer stuff, what Regis wants and that. But you see the lads that get along, laughing on. But on the pitch, you don't see it. You don't see them communicating effectively. At times, you got Alderete doing Cruyff turns at the back. You got, well, what I'll say is Sergen overdoing himself.
Yeah, he's overdoing himself a bit too much.
Bruce Persian, you can't say Happy New Year, mate. It's not New Year yet. It's not even bloody New Year's Eve. Not little tomorrow.
Yeah. No matter, but I know obviously, I understand that obviously it's not live, obviously we're not doing tomorrow, so you might just be saying it now. Well, Happy New Year, Reese, for tomorrow.
Yeah. But what do you call it? So, Brad, what would your player ratings be then? Do you want to do player ratings of that game?
Yeah, we'll do player ratings and we can jump straight into City if you want, because obviously we'll try and keep it short like we always do now.
Yeah, because obviously we don't have special guests, guys, tonight, as you can tell. We don't have our often guest Paul Wilson on. He's in the comments today.
Yeah.
So,
he's in the comments.
I do apologise for them for the live, guys. But we will be looking at guests at some point. If you have any ideas or any suggestions for guests, let me know. I will try speaking to some people who I know, but, you know, happens. But
anyways,
what's your player rating, if you could go through the lineup.
Do you want me to go through the lineup again? Okay, no bother. So,
but once you go through the lineup, we'll take turns, yeah? So we'll start with the goalkeeper,
right,
Robin Roos, yeah? What's your match rating for Roos?
To be honest, I'd only give him 8, 9s and 10s, but I'm going to give him a 7 this week. I don't think he done too bad. I don't think he done great either. Obviously, that goal, what it was Aronson. Obviously, Trey Hume had to block it off the line, otherwise Roofs would have been not covered.
Yeah. I'm giving a 6.5 for that because you see that you look tired.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be tired when you're at the status, especially as a goalkeeper. You look tired. You were shouting a lot and all that. That's something that I don't want to see from a goalkeeper. So that's a 6.5.
Yeah.
Right, Brad, who was right back? Hume, wasn't it?
It was Hume, Trey Hume, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Trey Hume.
Trey Hume, I thought he actually had a good game. Obviously, that block shot as well. Obviously, what Leeds were going to try and score, that was a phenomenal shot. Very close to my man of the match, to be honest. But to be honest, I'll give him an 8.
Give him an 8. So I'll give him a 7 because obviously, like, again, I don't see high ratings this one because I've been a bit more critical of Sunderland now because I want to see him higher than I ever should be. So again, I'm going to be saying that possibly I think I'll see us giving a rating of Hume about like 6.5, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, he does stuff well, but again, it's defensive capabilities at times and all that. Getting caught out in possession and that stuff like that. That's why you want to worry about.
Yeah.
Centre backs. Now we have 2 centre halves. It was Mukiele and
Nordy Alderete.
Yeah, and Alderete, yeah. Sorry, I'm off asleep, guys, as well. It's been a long day at work. A lot of love for everyone, by the way.
Nordy, I would give an 8 to, and Alderete, I'll give a 6 too.
Yeah.
7. It's fucking 6. 7.
See, for me, I think they're both done really awful.
Mm.
They really did. Like, they didn't put the shift in defensively enough. That's why Leeds look so scary and dangerous at times. We look good defensively, but we didn't look as what we normally are.
Yeah, Nordy's not good at centre back. I think he's better at right back.
I think he's a good centre half, but I think we need Dan Ballard in that middle, definitely.
Yeah.
And so for Nordy, I'm going to give Nordy a 7, Alderweireld a 6.5. Because obviously, my reasons of Nordy does try. Alderweireld, I think it's getting a bit too complex in our team. We need someone to push him a bit. Go right, stop doing this stuff crap of fancy footwork and all. Just get the ball out. And yeah, that means he's okay. The left back will have Dennis Serkin.
Dennis Serkin, yeah. Dennis Serkin gets a 6.5 for me.
I'll give him a 6. No, why are you giving him a 6.5, Brad?
It's not. I'm not going to. Like I said, I'm not going to criticise the lad because it's his first game back in the Premier League as well. Obviously, Premier League's different quality to Championship. Obviously, you need to stay focused in the Premier League. You've got to not try and give the ball away too many times. Even Serkin gave the ball away too many times. Even actually, he said that on his Instagram post. But he says against City, I think he says he's going to stay more focused. More games coming up. I think he's going to stay more focused. Obviously, if he has to get chosen.
The thing is, with Serkin, he's got something to prove him now, because he was also left back in Tottenham and all them were after him. He's got something to prove because we've got another left back option. Because when even Mark comes back, he's got no other option. When Mark comes back, he's gone. And Serkin wants to try to retain the spot, but Rogers clearly doesn't want him in his plans, but he's mandatory to play because there's no other one there. Ideally, I think that 6 is because of that reason, because you can see his head wasn't in the game. Like, fair enough, he's just come back from injury, he's trying. God loves a trier, but again, like, he just needs more time, more mileage. Like I said, you don't pay someone who's been missing for 6.5 months. You really don't. It's like, you know what, right? I can't even remember what I've done 6.5 months ago, you know what I mean, Brad? No, actually, it wasn't even 6.5 months ago, it was probably a little bit more than that, because it was the playoff. He didn't even play in the playoff final, didn't he? Or did he?
No, he didn't. Wait, did he? No, I don't think he did.
Point proven. So, again.
Refs should have booked the Leeds playoff away, time wasting. Yeah, time wasting completely. Yeah.
I'm going to stick up for the referee, because we do it sometimes as well. We don't get pulled either, so.
Do it, yeah.
Yeah, we can't say that because we can't just get everything our way. So now we're going to the midfield. We've got Xhaka. Captain Granit Xhaka will start off with.
Xhaka. For me, I thought Xhaka, he was okay. He didn't look too bad, but to be honest, he didn't look the best as he normally is. But for me, I'll give him a 6.5.
You're being too nice to him. You're being too nice to Xhaka. It was his worst game I've seen in the football shirt. See, if you ever play like that, also you will not start back again. Like, you lost the ball to possession too many times. You said it was one of our defenders who lost the ball in possession. Xhaka passed the ball to their player before they put the long ball instead of cleared. But Xhaka was one who was trying to press the ball forward. And he passed it to another person from their team. Xhaka was the one who was at fault on that build-up. Because on that build-up, we had to be excited before they had that goal. And he just turned around and booted it backwards.
Yeah.
So, for me, I think he's getting a 5. Worst performance from Xhaka yet.
Oh, yeah.
And you will get games from that from Granit Xhaka. The next midfielder, Ucharel Getrida.
Yeah, Getrida. Paul Getrida kept the ball quite well, to be fair. I thought he was a better midfielder than Xhaka this week.
Brad, I can't hear you again.
Can you hear us now?
Your volume's gone live.
Hello? Hello?
Reset yourself.
Hello?
I'll entertain the crowd until you come back. Right. While Brad's getting himself sorted out, guys, okay? We'll talk about a few things. I'll be going through the comments. Okay, right. Paul Wilson, I hope Shaka Cube Enzo Luffy doesn't pick up the 50 yellow cards against City. That is exactly what we are hoping for as a club. We do not need any more bookings now where we are pushing on players getting suspended. Because players like that, if they get suspended, we're screwed. We are completely screwed. I'm just checking the volume's working on my end. Hello, Brad.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Still cannot hear you. Type it and I'll speak for you. I'll do your impression. Brad, switch to your phone. Switch to your phone. Oh. But, anyways, like what Paul said, we've got so many players pushing on, suspension now, which is what we're very worried about, guys. So, until Brad gets himself sorted, I'll just entertain you. We've got a lot to work on before anything else. For Brad said Katrina was better in the middle. It was an 8 for him. For me, I say Katrina was a 7. Okay, right, Brad, Enzo Lafay. Type it away, because I'll just start rambling on. Enzo Lafay, guys, is my idol at Sunderland. I love him a bit. A cracking player, cracking lad, and he's got what it takes. So I'm just waiting and saying. Brad's comment, he's given Enzo a 9. Brad, type what your reason is. I do apologise, guys, on the technical difficulty. This will be vastly improved on the next time. Please come again. Okay, right. I was just saying if I could fix the audio on my end. But we've got... So he's typing away now. I'm saying Enzo Lafay, for me, was a solid 8. Cracking player, but didn't outshine very much, but he done well. Brad says he was a brilliant only player who tried to be the best. Right, next player on the left flank is Simon Adingra. I'm going to say Simon Adingra was probably one of the standout players that game. He outshone everyone. Guys, if you're in the comments as well, don't be afraid to put stuff in the comments. So, again, don't be afraid to talk and give us your ratings as well, guys, in the comments. Brad said Adingra's a 10. It's a man of a match. He loves them to bits. He loves Adingra. He wants Adingra be his boyfriend. Look at him, trying not to laugh. He's probably going to message me saying behave soon. And but Adingra was really outstood well, and I think that he done really well. Directness from sprinting towards goal, his energy, his enthusiasm that he brought. So again, that's a 9 to me. And on the right hand side, we had Chris Rigg. Chris Rigg on the right hand side, I'm not too keen on, guys. I really am not. Chris Rigg's one of them players where you gotta love him or hate him. So yeah. Chris Rigg was 7. He was meh. In Brad's word. Meh. Elaborate, Brad. If you try resetting yourself and come back onto the browser and type back in, then you can talk. But Chris Rigg, oh, you have to reset fully. Oh, sugar. But mind you though, I'm saying Chris Rigg done really well. So Chris Rigg outshone completely. So again, for me, Chris Rigg. Yeah, I'll be alright for 2 minutes, Brad. Hopefully it doesn't cut off the live. So, guys, Brad is currently doing a hard reset on his PC, something he could talk to us. During that time, I'll entertain you again. With some thoughts on that in the comments. You could hear Brad. I can't hear him. My volume will be.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can anyone hear me? Please put in the comments if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, Brad, now.
Good
Hello, welcome.
stuff. Thank you,
Welcome
Lee.
back, guys. Sorry for the little blackout there. We are back. We are back, and everyone's back on. Everyone's in the comments.
Just for that, Paul. Yeah. Right.
So, how important hear you? But we were talking about Enzo Lefebvre match rate, and you mentioned his, and we're done Chris Rigg through the comment way, but do you want to catch up and explain why you said Chris Rigg's a 7?
Like you were saying before, I actually heard what you were saying. The right hand side is not suitable for him. You look like the Park's better. If you have to pick.
Yeah.
Rigg's good in the middle.
On top about Brian Brobby.
Yeah. To be honest, for me, Brian Brobby gets a 6. I thought he got crazy.
Yes, a 6.
He just couldn't be asked, I reckon.
I think Brobby still outshone.
That's my opinion.
I think Brobby's still done well for the lack of, like feed and services wise.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's got to be the whole. Well done, Brobby. You tried. I'll give him a 7 because he did have that attempt.
Mm-hmm. So what's the next? What we're doing now? The bench, aren't we?
Yeah, the bench. If you could tell us the bench players one by one.
So Mundell came on.
So Mundell, I think again I like that lad. He's a good player. Prem ready? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So again, Mundell to me, I think, is about 5.
5, yeah, I can kind of agree with that. To be honest, Isidore came on.
Isidore, I'll say from the highlights, now I just think he's really getting a bad form. It's getting a 3.
A 3, yeah, he's not doing too good to be fair.
But also that big man Mayenda.
Give him a 5.
Is that it? Do we only do the 3?
Yeah, only done the 3.
So that was it from our player ratings. Now we are talking about upcoming New Year's Day. Start of New Year. Big fixture. And also, so guys, I'm there. So if you want to come and get a picture with me, you can. I'm sitting at U17. Well, L17, lower 17. But I'm there. Paul Wilson's going to be there as well. Michael Bowers, my friend, if you want a picture of Michael Bowers as well. Who's a good podcaster at some points when he doesn't talk out of his backside.
Yeah.
But coming up against City now, I've heard it might be an unchanged side, maybe. What do you think about that, Brad? Do you think we should change our team, really? in a good perspective.
Yeah, 100%. But to be honest, the only player who we got is Sirkin at left back, and obviously we got no other cover. So let's hope he plays all right this game. So in the middle, I wouldn't change a thing in the middle of the park. Left wing, I'll still keep a drinker. I'll still keep all them. Centre halves, the same, pretty much. We need a strong lineup as well. For City is.
Sorry, just I sort my chair out.
No, that's fine.
Hey, I've got a new chair for Christmas, and I'm trying to adjust it so I can, Hey, I can go for that. Let me take a shot this quite soon. But when we're coming up against City, I think this is when we're going to see some of our normal championship players given a new bumhole, really.
Mm-hmm.
Gemma Craig. Hello, Gemma. It's one of me and Paul and the missus's best friends.
Ah, right.
So hello, Gemma. She's a mag, by the way.
Hello
she's not
to you.
a football fan, so she's just coming on to say hello. But again, we're coming against City. City is such a high caliber team where we cannot switch off now. Erling Haaland against two defenders. If it was Ballard, I would have been a bit more safer to say that we're going to draw. But this game is going to be a very tough one. It's not going to be a win.
No.
We know that. So how are we going to approach this game? As defies me. But do we go 5 back maybes? Luke O'Nine's back in healthy for the squad after his suspensions.
Against City as well. Yeah, you had a suspension against City as well, didn't you? Away from home.
Yeah, he's back for the game against City at home. I think Luke O'Nine, even though he's missed out something, he should not be playing against City. No way.
No.
If we went to a back 5, I think Sirkin and Hume on either side, Katrina, McKelly, and Katrina. No, sorry, Katrina Spicer and Alderete, I mean. Midfield.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this because it's City, because we're not going to attack them as much. We got play in the middle. That's where the problems is. In the middle of the park, they only got one key midfielder there now, with one of them being essentially injured all the time, the other one being at Napoli now. So we've got to see how we're going to exploit the middle. I want us to go with a 3 middle and 2 up top, a 5-3-2. Maybe. I know I want us to do so much tactical differences. Because if we have the 2 up top, that's probably it needs to know working together. Person behind Enzo Lafayette, then we're going to have Shaka and possibly Rig in the middle. Stuff like that, I'm happy. That was then. If we do want Circuit to push forward a bit now and then, he can. Or if he wants to stay back and step back, that was then McGeary could run forward a bit. Just saw that a few times in a couple of times. Then McGeary got his goal. So when he's done that, that's where we got to look at the stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn that game and how we're going to do things.
City is missing 2 players due to AFCON as well, apparently.
Well, it's not Jeremy Doku. I'll tell you that. Jeremy Doku will be playing because he's from Belgium. A lot of people think he's playing in AFCON when he's not.
No.
It's only Omar Marmoush and Nuri. Ryan Nuri, one came from Wolves. So
Nuri.
Yeah. I guess it's down just like how we're going to approach this game. Because City again, we've got Josko Cavadio, they've got all these players coming to the team of but Brad, look at this last season. And seasons before in League One, I was thinking to myself today, when I had, a bit of a good time, when I mean, brief good positivity moment thinking about football at work. And I'm thinking, because that's what makes me feel better when I'm at work and everything. It's a mental state. And I just remember this time, 4 years ago, my mental health was in a bad state and I really relied on Sunderland. And we were in League One, Brad.
Yeah.
Now, man, then Alex Neil. No, it wasn't even Alex Neil. It was one before him.
Reed Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was only 4.5 years ago, guys. Reed Johnson. Callum Doyle on loan and that. Look at how much we have grown. So we could say, we got fair enough. The Mags, Newcastle fans will laugh. Oh, it's got battered by City. Yeah, but 3 years ago you went in League One. 2 years ago you went in the Championship. Last year you didn't get promoted from the Championship.
Yeah.
We came through leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really thought that we would.
Yeah. What do you want to do now then, Lee? Do you want to do score predictions? Predicted
Honestly,
lineup?
right, we're at the 45th minute mark. It's half. I think we can push on a little bit because we can talk a bit more coverage on the City, like who we should
Push
play
on.
in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So have you got your predicted lineup, Brad, then, for the City game?
I do. Mm-hmm. I do. Mm-hmm.
What's your predicted lineup?
So we'll go 5 at the back, like you mentioned, because 5 at the back may be good for City, obviously, like you said. Strong teams, big teams would do that. So
Handling off the big pressure.
So we'll go Roofs and goal, obviously.
Yeah.
Centre halves will be Alderete, Gatrida, and Mukiele. Right back will be Hume, left back will be Serkin. Middle of the park will be Xhaka, and who could we go in the middle? I'll put Xhaka in the feet. Was that? No, was that?
I was just going to say what you said Xhaka in the feet.
Yeah, Xhaka in the feet in the middle with a Dringer on the left. I'll have Rig on the right because there's no other one on the right who could play. And up top, I'll have. Well, it may have to be Robbie, but let's hope he tries.
I'll say I'll go with similar but a bit different because in realistic terms, I wanted to go 5-4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 5-3-3, really. That's what it looks like, isn't it, with the big mans? So ideally, when we're doing that, the back 5 is going to ideally, hopefully, if it's right, assume that right and left circuit in the 3 middle. What you said, yeah. The midfield should be Xhaka and Lefebvre. Ideally, should be. But on the right, I'll put a Dingra on the right. That's why he excelled at Brighton. Last season, he scored 1 goal against Man City, 2-0 for Brighton against him. And he scored from the right hand side of the pitch, so I'll put him there. Then on the left, Brad, I really think we should play Mundo. I said this last weekend for the last game, and Mundo should be starting a bit. I want to say Mundo started against City. Against City on pace. We need directness against them if we want to have a chance. But the thing is, if we let City come up with, we put that ball forward. I'm going to say it's my strikers is to go, yeah? So the reason is, if we got them through, who's got pace? If we're inviting pressure, if we sit back with our 5 back, they running at us. All we got to do is catch them on the break, what the teams have been doing against City when they beat them. Play that long ball forward. When you got that long ball forward, right, you have 3 targets then, and that's the case, not just one.
Yeah.
What you can do. You got a Digger who can run. Then you also got Mundell who can run. So if you got them 3 together, all up top, offering pace, that's what I want. I want Lefebvre just hanging outside as well. I do not want to see Lefebvre coming too deep in this game.
No.
So he said, even if the ball's up directly long ball play, it's Lefebvre or Xhaka. As long as one of them stays in between that midfield and attack all the time, one does drop back. As soon as they got that ball, they can boot that left, right, or middle forward, and they can run straight onto it.
Yeah.
We needed to go back to that triangle defensive close down as well. When they have that ball in their half, we need to invite that pressure what we done against when we played Liverpool and them. We came at them in triangles, bang, 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 close down triangle, another triangle, another triangle. So triangular defense and triangular offense, tiki-taka football sometimes maybe, but I won't do tiki-taka against City. So we've got to play long ball football, let's say. You know, like we'll play on the show, Dyson, Dick Advocat. We should do that, really. And also cliche, also Sean Dyche does it as well. Or so the midfield, skip that midfield. That's what we need to do. We need to skip the midfield. We need to get that ball bit forward. That's what we need to do. So yeah, you said it was my predicted striker anyways, like I said. And your bench? Or your bench, mate?
Patterson will be on the bench, obviously.
Yeah.
09 will be on the bench. Dan Neil.
Do you think we'll start seeing some more youngins on the bench?
Harrison Jones. If he doesn't go anywhere this week, like for under 21s football, could see him in the bench.
Yeah.
And I think I could have a show for Timo Turteltroff to come back on the bench for City as well.
Yeah. See, I think the bench ideally we'll see passing on the bench 100%. Yeah. You got to think of the options at the back. Need someone tall for the centre half role in case anyone gets injured again. Leo Hielder.
Oh, yeah, you got Hielder
as a fullback. The centre half maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Then on that fullback area, Luke O'Nien could cover right or left. Ideally, I don't want him on there, but yeah. And Jensen Jones. Not Harrison, Jensen. Because Jensen can play right back, 100%. And he's a person I loved watching in pre-season.
Mm-hmm.
Then midfield, you got Neil, Harrison Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the bench going forward-wise. You want to have the options up there. So you want Robbie, you want Meander on there. And also, like what you said to me, I took the year off.
Yeah.
But also, it's out what the manager wants. But I see us seeing a lot of youngsters on the bench. We do have a weak squad now. People need to be aware of it. We're not going to see Daniel on that bench. He is not fouled. And it's going to kill us to say that. But that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, bro, what do you think your score prediction will be against City?
We're at home. Obviously, we haven't lost a game at home yet, like I mentioned many times on this stream. Before. 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be for us to get a point. It's going to be 0-0. We've got to keep 0-0. Because if we concede against Man City, our defense will struggle. But really, I don't mind losing 1-0 to City.
If it's 1-0, I wouldn't mind. But if it was 2 or 3, then
See, even a 2-0 to City is not too bad. Once you start City starts going 4, 5, 6. That's when it's a piss take. But I think we'll lose. We will lose this week against City, and it's not going to be easy for us. But we're going to give it a fight. We're going to make City feel that pressure.
We've got to fight. If we want to win or get a draw, we'll have to fight for us.
Yeah. But anyways, it's coming to that point where I get to talk about transfers. Bro, it's my favourite part of the day.
Yeah, we can talk about transfers. Yeah.
Right. It has been some coverage of some players speculated to leave. And also in recent terms, there's been heavily interested in Noah Siddiqui, not just from Chelsea and Man U now. So another suitor who's interested in Noah Siddiqui, and it is Tottenham Hotspur, is after Noah Siddiqui. And also as well, looking at Noah Siddiqui is Borussia Dortmund.
Oof.
It depends if Sunderland wants to pay interest to that. But like what the owner said, the director of Sunderland, he's not going to tell players to stay if they don't want to stay. So that's the worrying part. But I think Siddiqui will stay. But
he'll stay.
They're already looking at alternatives to Siddiqui. And one of the ES Monaco midfielder Kamara, and also Lille midfielder Yusuf Bouhaddi. I don't know if I'm butchering his name or not. Bouhaddi is a 17-year-old midfielder for Lille. He's in the French first team. Bouhaddi, yeah. Well, I don't know how you pronounce it either. But we're pronouncing it as English people. We're not speaking their language. We're not French. But Kamara, who's also like AFCON player, who hasn't went to AFCON, is being speculated. So he's in his mid-20s, lower 20s. Looks great, looks promising. And he knows how the goals. And also as well, we're looking at that cover of a possible Noah Siddiqui exit. We're looking at the Bouhaddi as well. Like I said, he's done really well this season at Lille with very good recording stats and have been in the top 5 percentile for passing per minute. And he's up there with Vitinha, which is quite impressive. So, away from that, so everyone talks Sunderland need an out-and-out striker. We've been speculating with a lot of strikers. We've been speculating with Artem Dovbyk, Santiago Jimenez has came back up again, as I mentioned. I don't know if it's true or not, because everyone's saying one thing and then saying another. And also, Siddiqui Sheriff.
Burnley's just scored against Newcastle. Just letting anyone know who is a in here. 2-1 Newcastle now.
Contacted Brennan Johnson from Tottenham.
That's actually correct. I can actually agree with that because Fabrizio Romano's what I got.
Mind you, if we side Brennan Johnson as a good key player, definitely on that left side of the pitch.
33.5 million apparently.
See, I would love that, but also as well, another player who has been speculated to Sunderland is not just any other. It's a centre half I mentioned earlier on in the season, Jordan Spilliers, who is a right-sided centre half, who offers the same quantity as Dan Bollard. What was mentioned beforehand, you've probably heard this, Brad, so as Paul, that it's hard to find another Ballard. And that's what they're looking for. Jordan Spilliers, in the last 2 seasons at Belgian football, he's played in the Europe Conference, Europa League as well with them. He's also played with Chelsea and Talby. I don't think it's Bruges, I think it's the one Talby was at. And something like that. But again, he's up there. He's 6'4" and he's only 19. He's a centre half who wins that ball, he wins the aerial duels, and he looks strong. And it's a player that we're definitely looking at. Also, as well, left-sided cover, full-back wise, with Sergin possibly out and Masuaku. Sunderland's looking at free agent Raynan Lodi, a Brazilian left-back who plays for Atletico Madrid, a 28-year-old left-back. Again, he played with Ronaldo at Atletico Madrid, so connections with him, maybe. But all up in paper talk, all in there, nothing 100% confirmed. Even when Romano says it, sometimes it's never accurate. We are looking at 3 in, 3 out, preferably, but it could be more than 3 in, 3 out at this rate within the club.
I think there's going to be more than that.
Obviously, Reggie has said it might be a quiet winter. I don't think so. I think we will see some players. There's also players, diddly-daddly players who could fit in rotation. Apparently, Toby Collier from Man United, who's on loan at West Brom, it's been mentioned. There's another midfielder, Paul told us, McAtee from Nottingham Forest on loan. But again, like I said, everything's all up in the air, guys. Everything's all just waiting on the next steps all above. So that's the transfer roundup from yourself so far. But this also comes under the announcements as well, guys. Every week now, I will be doing a lot of from the 1st of January, any sort of transfer speculation, guys. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Because also as well, Fez on TikTok, is now partnering up with this channel a lot. I'll be giving him transfer source of contact. I also do a lot of transfer talks on there. I'm very heavily busy on transfers. I do a lot of work behind the scenes. I speak to a lot of contacts. This stuff is not made up stuff. This stuff is guaranteed. There's research and everything. So please come along and follow, like, and comment, guys. Half the stuff has been mentioned already. We are after recurring players from the last transfer window as well. Stuff like that. Everything's going to be announced on our channel, and also as well, you'll start seeing some shorts, some that funny videos alongside the Beyond Fez. And also as well, alongside the announcement as well, with the partnership with Fez and also Sportscast Northeast, I will be doing sometimes some lives collaborating with Brad on TikTok or whatever else in the near future. So, but again, that's also not just help me. Also, guys, follow Sportscast Northeast on TikTok. We're trying to get on multi-platforms, guys. There will be a 50 page at some points as well. We might go live on there or Twitter, whatever. We will be trying to get on guest shows as well. We're all trying to get on. We're trying to advertise ourselves. But it's down to you guys out there. If you haven't liked or subscribed, yes, for someone in the comments, I'm clapping when I'm talking. Because I know she'll take the piss out of doing this. You got to do it, guys. Honestly, God, it doesn't cost a penny, right?
It doesn't.
And honestly, God, we give up all our spare time to help you out, give you some bit of entertainment or some sort of something, anyways. Even if it's to help you get asleep, you have something in the background. Brilliant. I'll even have that. But wake up if you are. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys, it's Sunderland. We're part of the network. We're part of the Sunderland network, and I've got contacts. You've got to get reliable sources.
And
So don't be afraid to like and subscribe.
From me as well, I've got a quick announcement as well before we go off.
Okay.
Not only done this last season, but I'm going to do it this season as well. I want to wish a happy birthday to Lauren, who's 32 today. Our moderator.
Flip her around because she's mentally younger than her age. She's 23.
Yeah.
Don't you never mention a lady's age. But Loza, happy birthday if you are watching. Didn't get too pissed on. Quote another joke. Everyone will know what I'm on about. I'll talk to you anyways. Hashtag pistons. But yeah, happy birthday, Loza. Have a great one. I know you're out now. I know you're out celebrating, turning older and older, getting more grey hairs. When we watch back, don't tell me off when you see me. Oops. I don't want to say, but you'll be getting older as well, so don't laugh.
Yeah, well, I'll be going to get old at some point, aren't we?
Well, I'm nearly 30, Jesus Christ.
Bloody hell.
But anyways, guys, we're wrapping up the show now. Thank you for all your time and all your effort of this year in 2026. 2026 has been a very eventful year. We've hit highs, we've hit lows. We've been absolutely non-stop, guys. And guys, I've just got to say, well done, Brad, for trying to do the channel now for nearly 6 years and going up and down. And also, well done for me for working behind scenes and pushing on camera, not on camera as well. When some people thought and I've been a permanent fix since then. But guys, honest to God, this is from me and Brad. Message from me and Brad, because Brad's words is like coming back from the Bible, from Dictionary Corner when you're a kid and going, I'd like to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone.
Yeah.
You've been absolutely amazing. Lovely beauts. And guess what, guys, right? All I've got to say is, right, we're finishing the year, Brad. I'm saying this, we're finishing the year with a gap between, it's not just between rivers now, it's in the table. We're finishing the year in the table with a gap. And I'm happy. You're happy.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments is happy. We get to see Geordie's crying now. We're pushing their buttons a bit. It's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
But thank you everyone so much for your time. Honest to God. We had some entry promises along the way. We've had some fantastic guests. We've had some good, brilliant guests. 100%. We had first we've got to thank Paul, guys. Paul's in the comments. If you say thank you guys to him, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be getting the guests that we're getting. He's been absolutely amazing behind the scenes. A fantastic mate. A fantastic, person around the channel. Even though he's not in the channel, he's around there still. He's helping. All thanks to all of our moderators who's kept the chat running alive, even though none of them's on tonight barely. Because that's right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll be getting not TikTok, that bloody stupid Roblox game popping up stuff all the time. From the bloody people. So I'm talking about Roblox. Can't play any video game, you little bugger. But honestly, God, it's been absolutely amazing. Brad, do you want to sing us a song out before we go?
Yeah, if you want us to, yeah, let's go. So until I die, I'm so until I die.
I know I am a sure I am so until I die.
But yeah, guys, thank you for everything this year. Obviously from the guests, obviously from the moderators. Amazing work what you've all done. And I appreciate everything. I even appreciate Fez coming on as well with me, helping me out.
Hey. I'll do it when I start I'll get ready for my paycheck, my bonus boss.
Anyways,
you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Take care, everyone, and we'll see you all next time.